Each and every week, if you purchased Autopilot, then we're here to help you with your Q&A.
Welcome back, traders. This is Sandra with Trading Made Simple.
So as we take a look at SPY, you can see that we give you an indicator and it shows you where point of control is. And this week we popped above point of control and we also hit that first target. Now, if you had your automation set for that first target, then great. If you're looking at multiple targets, which means that you have multiple contracts, then you want to set a target for that first contract. And then your second option contract, you're going to set it at your second target. You can look past here, and it's very rare that within 1 week we're hitting like multiple targets. And so it seems like we're hitting one target each and every week. The nice thing about the indicator is that you can look on a day chart, you can look left, which is your previous activity, and you can actually see, hey, you know what? We typically only hit that one target each and every week, except for this. We almost hit two targets here. Oh, actually, we almost hit three targets here. And what was this? This was a tweet. This was a tweet from the president, and then boom. Even though you have your automation set, and let's just say that you had a bias and you were like, hey, we're bullish. Why not just set our automations up for the bullish trade? If you did that, then all of a sudden we have this candle. And this candle, if you had your put programmed, you would have profited from this. So this week alone is a great example to identify why we just say, hey, look, we don't care where the market goes, whether it's bullish or bearish, but we want to participate. And the only way that you can participate is to program a call as well as a put, because you don't know when you're going to have this day or this week. So if you had used point of control, you would have hit your first target on Thursday, and then on Friday, your put trade you would have entered and you would have hit your target there. You would have won twice that week. You can only take advantage of a situation like this if you program the call as well as the put. Again, it takes you about an hour when you're brand spanking new, but after that, then all of a sudden, maybe 20 minutes, and you're done for the weekend, and you have your trades already set out. Now, sometimes, let's say there's a gap and your trade doesn't trigger. Is it worth going over to your computer, identifying another trade? Actually, I always say, look, this is a system that we put on Sunday night and we let the trades just go out. If you don't get triggered, it's okay. This is a system. It's an easy system. So that if your trade doesn't trigger, let's say you put on 6 automations and 3 triggered and 3 didn't. No worries. You got next Sunday. The market will be here forever. I was just talking to a coach about futures and commodities, corn and oil and soybeans. And believe it or not, they were trading those commodities back in the 1800s. Hard to believe, but it is true. So when you think about how long we've been here in the marketplace, very easy to think about, hey, look, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get greedy. Don't get FOMO. Fear of missing out is what that's called. If your trade didn't work out, no worries. You got next Sunday is what I'm trying to say. And the market will still be here. And oftentimes, I always say things happen sometimes for a reason. Just develop that calmness about your trading, that this is just something you do each and every Sunday. Don't get too emotionally driven. That's the whole purpose for using automation, by the way. If you've ever traded live, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. At a certain point, sometimes for some people, it just totally consumes you, like a gambling addiction of some sort, or just an addiction. You are addicted to the charts, you just love all this stuff, and then you sit here 8 hours a day looking for ways to identify trades. And sometimes when you end up doing that, you overtrade. So even though you may have made some money this week, all of a sudden you're over trading and you're losing your profits. So this is a really nice, easy way to just get into it on Sunday night, let it play out. And then if they don't work out, no worries, we got next Sunday. Now we want you to become proficient at your trading. with automation. And the only way that you could do that is to get on a simulated platform and then to program each and every weekend your trades. If you don't start, you won't learn. Studies have already been done that indicate that the easiest way to learn a skill is just do it. So the Nike tagline, just do it, it's excellent because that's what we want you to do in automation. Just get to it and start putting in those trades. You're going to find out if they trigger, and if they don't, if they did, you're going to be excited about that. It's going to blow you away that it worked. If something happened where all of a sudden the trade just closed out and you don't know why, great. You then become a little investigator and you're looking at the chart, you're looking at your history on your trades, and you're trying to figure that out. You'll call Schwab and say, what happened with this trade? I automated. What did I do wrong? They'll tell you, and you become more proficient, more proficient. We typically say that after about 30 trades, 30 triggered trades, you then become more proficient at what you're doing. You start to gain confidence. You've called Schwab a couple times. You've looked up your history, pulling up the chart. All of a sudden, you become a trader just like that, even though you've never traded before. It's shocking how quickly you can learn how to trade with automation if you just do it. You have to do it. Stop watching my videos. I want you to do it. I can't tell you how many calls I get. There people are like, I'm watching the videos. I went through it twice. I think I may go through it 3 times. I'm like, stop. Just look at the video on your iPad, get on your platform, do the trade, stop the video, play the video, do the trade, pause the video, play the video, do the trade. You get what I'm saying? Just do it and then spend that 45 minutes to an hour and at least get 3 tickers in. Come on, guys. We give you a watch list. You could spend just 3 tickers. Take the top three, AMD, PayPal, and Coin. Get to the charts, identify your trigger entry and your profit target, and just enter it. As an example, for AMD, as an example, we're looking at AMD and saying, okay, so here's point of control, 229.80 is how I would look at that. So if I want to make a trade, I could say, hey, look, we're laying on top of point of control. It could go both ways, couldn't it? Couldn't I say, hey, look, I want to do a trade for 229, let's say 229, where am I at? It's the gray. If you look to the right and look at my cursor, you can see the gray bar on the right, identifying price. So as you look at point of control, you can say 229.70. I can say 229.80. 229.80, that's my trigger to get into a long call. We're at 229.23 right now. That may happen today. It may not. It may happen tomorrow. But the point is, that's how easy you could utilize the indicator that we give you to identify your trigger entry. And then what's your take profit? Your take profit is that first resistance level. 244.47, I always like to pad a little lower. So just say 244.35 as an example. I always like to be the first one out because all the institutions, everyone knows what these levels are. We're making it very easy for you. And because everyone knows where these levels are, including institutions, I always say I want to be like the last one in and the first one out. I want to be the last one in because I want to see that momentum has hit price. So instead of just tagging this line, I want to get above the line. So I may just pad it on AMD, just pad it 20, 25 cents. And the same is true for getting out early. So in this case, even though I may get into a put to take advantage of the downside on this, I want to get out before I hit that 218.57. I may want to get out at 218.25 as an example, or excuse me, 218, yeah, no, 218, let's make it 218.75 because 75 is up here. 218, I can't even move the cursor ever so slightly to get it to the 218.75. But if you get what I'm saying is that if price is going down and it's showing you that the profit target is right here at 218.34, you could use 218.50. That means that the first one out before, here's 218 period, and the target's at 218.34. You just get out at 218. You get out before everybody else. And then the opposite is true of getting into a trade. You just want to pat it just a little bit. I always like the momentum. And the reason is because sometimes, more often than you think, price will just touch the level, like it knows where that level is. It touches the level and makes a U-turn. That's because all the institutions, all of their trades is all on automation. When they have billions and trillions of dollars in a trade and it just touches the price, goes right back down because they're getting out. So I don't want to be the last one getting out. I want to be the first one getting out with profit. I hope that makes sense to you.